Hello students, welcome back to another virtual class for class 6 geography. This is session number 3 for chapter 1 Earth in the solar system. I'm hoping that you've completed the session 1 and 2 for this chapter. If you have completed those sessions, then you can continue with the session number 3. Otherwise, you need to complete session 1 and 2 and then you can come back to this video. In today's session, we will learn about planets, satellites, our solar system, Earth, and our moon. In the previous sessions, we have seen how grand and spectacular our universe is. And now we know what are stars and what is a galaxy. Let's move ahead and understand what is a planet. The word planet comes from a Greek word planetary, meaning the wanderers. Planets were originally defined as objects that moved in the night sky with respect to the background of fixed stars. That's why they were named the wanderers. A planet is a familiar term to us, and we all know that Earth is a planet. But what is a planet? Here is when things start to get complicated. Our understanding about the universe and our place in it has changed over time. New information can cause us to rethink what we know and reevaluate how we classify objects in order to better understand them. Pluto was initially considered the ninth planet, but Pluto was much smaller than Mercury and even smaller than some of the planetary moons. It was unlike any other planet. Technical advances in telescope led to better observations and improved detection of very small, very distant objects. In the early 1990s, astronomers began finding numerous icy worlds orbiting the Sun in the donut-shaped region called the Kuiper Belt, beyond Neptune. With the discovery of the Kuiper Belt and its thousands of icy bodies, now known as Kuiper Belt objects, it was proposed that it is more useful to think of Pluto as the biggest KBO instead of a planet. Hence, in 2006, Pluto lost the status of the ninth planet due to close scrutiny of Pluto and the definition of the term planet. The International Astronomical Union evaluated Pluto based on the characteristics necessary to be a true planet. Number 1, it must orbit a star, in our case, the Sun. Number 2, it should not be a moon. Number 3, it should have enough mass and gravitational pull to assume a round shape. But it was the fourth characteristic that compromised Pluto's status, its inability to clear its orbit of debris. So, Pluto was reclassified and arguably demoted from being a true planet to a dwarf planet. And there we have it, the definition of a true planet. The solar system, our home in space. We know by now that we live in a peaceful part of the Milky Way, in the Orion star cluster. Only 15% of the stars in our galaxy host planetary system, and one of those stars is our Sun. Our star, the Sun, is the center of the solar system. It is orbited by 8 planets, trillions of asteroids and comets, and a few dwarf planets. The planets are divided into two categories based on their composition: terrestrial planet and the jovial planets or the gas giants. The terrestrial planets are primarily made up of rocky materials. Their surfaces are solid. They don't have any ring systems. They have very few or no moons, and they are relatively small. Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars are terrestrial planets. Beyond the 4 terrestrial planets of the inner solar system lies the Jovian planets of the outer solar system. The Jovian planets include the gas giants Jupiter and Saturn and the icy giants Uranus and Neptune. The gas giants are mostly made up of helium and hydrogen, and the ice giants contain rock, ice and mixture of water, methane and ammonia. All Jovian planets have multiple moons. They support the ring system. They do not have a solid surface and they are immense in size. Orbiting the terrestrial planets is the asteroid belt, a flat disk of rocky objects from the reminiscence of the solar system formation, from microscopic dust particles to largest known objects like Ceres. Another disk of space debris much further out that orbits the Jovian planets is the icy Kuiper belt. Apart from the asteroids, the Kuiper belt is also home to dwarf planets like Pluto. We will learn about them later. Beyond the Kuiper belt is the Oort cloud, a vast spherical collection of icy debris. It is considered the edge of the solar system, since that is where the physical and gravitational influence of the Sun ends. So let us revise what we have learned till now. So there are 8 planets. 4 inner planets are the terrestrial planets and the 4 outer ones are the Jovian planets. And between the terrestrial and the Jovian planets lies a belt of space debris called as the asteroid belt. The terrestrial planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, and the Jovian planet starts from Jupiter and Saturn. Both of them are gas giants. Uranus and Neptune, they are icy giants. And the asteroid belt lies between Mars and Jupiter. Beyond Neptune lies a donut-shaped structure that contains icy bodies, and this area is called as the Kuiper belt. And beyond that is a vast spherical collection of icy debris, which is called as the Oort cloud. This is considered the edge of the solar system. Now, let us have a closer look at all these planets, starting from Mercury. The planet Mercury is named after the messenger of the Roman gods because even the ancient could see how swift it was in the sky. It is the smallest planet in the solar system and it is nearest to the Sun. Mercury is slightly larger than Earth's moon. Despite its proximity to the Sun, Mercury is not the hottest planet in our solar system. That title belongs to nearby Venus. But Mercury is the fastest planet, zipping around the Sun every 88 Earth days. Mercury is a little different. A Mercury year is shorter than a Mercury day. Mercury spins slowly on its axis and completes one rotation every 59 Earth days. One Mercury solar day, that is, one full day and one night cycle, equals to 176 Earth days, just over 2 years on Mercury. Temperatures on the surface of Mercury are extreme, both hot and cold. During the day, temperatures on Mercury's surface can rise up to 430 degrees Celsius. During the night time, it can drop to minus 180 degrees Celsius. Venus, named after the ancient Roman god of beauty. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. Venus is known for its exceptional brightness in the night sky. A sister to our own planet, she is about the same size and gravity as Earth, but up close it is a very different world. Venus has a thick layer of atmosphere full of clouds that rain sulfuric acid and hurricanes of category 5. The atmosphere is so thick that it creates a surface pressure similar to what it would be half a mile deep in the Earth's ocean. The pressure is heavy enough that a human standing on the surface would be crushed. The atmosphere is made up of greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide, which creates an extreme case of global warming. It traps the sun's heat, causing surface temperature to rise over 880 degrees, making Venus the hottest planet in the solar system. One day on Venus lasts for 243 Earth days because Venus spins backwards, with its sun rising in the west and setting in the east. A year is 225 days long. It is the unforgiving environment of the Venus that makes Venus an icon of beauty. It reflects 70% of the light that reaches the planet, which is why Venus shines more brighter than any other planet or any other star in the night sky.